Today's project, I got this Craftsman chainsaw. I'm going to try to get it going. It runs and it keeps dying out. It's hard to start. So I'm probably going to take the carburetor off and take a look at that and look at a few other things. I don't know a whole lot about chainsaws, but I'm going to try a few minor things, and if I can't get it going, it's going to get tossed in the scrap pile. Let's take a look at it. I'll tear it apart and do a few things to see if we can get her going. This is a little bit bigger than the one chainsaw I use. I sure could use a bigger bar like that and more power. The wood I was cutting the last time with the other chainsaw, not quite enough power. Hopefully we can get it going. I have an extra chainsaw to cut wood with. Let's see, choke. Okay, we got something. We know it runs, but it's keeping it running, that's the problem. We'll go ahead and take this top off. We're going to take the carburetor off there and take a look at it. Got some torque head screws in here. Couple wires here for the kill switch. Looks like these are 5/16. Looks like the fuel line. Not siphoning good because these hoses are crap. That's what it looks like firsthand. These hoses are garbage. That tube goes right in here. Doesn't look very healthy. I think they're supposed to go further down in there. My guess is it's not drawing fuel. These hoses look pretty crappy. Maybe I could take this other chainsaw apart and steal the hoses off of it. I really think they're supposed to go down in there quite a ways. Alright, let's turn it over and look at the gas tank. Look in the fuel tank. I do see something floating around in there. Alright, I'm going to get this fuel out of here so we don't spill it all. Let me dump this fuel out of here, and I'll see if I can find another little hose to go down in there. That's what I got out of the tank. This hose here is disintegrated that was in there. Looks like that broke off. This must be some type of filter that the hose hooks on in the tank and comes up through this hole here. How you get that little hose in there, I don't know. This definitely is the wrong size of hose here. It's probably why it ain't working. The other chainsaw has the same exact issue. We do have a little shop in town. I'm going to try to run over there and see if they got any of this hose. Maybe they can get both of these running. Got a couple feet of the fuel line, two different sizes. I have to take this other piece off here so I can get to the return fuel line and install it. These are not going to be easy to get out of here or back in. Alright, we're going to modify this. Did a little modifying and drilled a couple holes It's not going to hurt anything. I'm not going to fight that trying to get that screw in and out of there. Now I had a fuel pickup on here. That one down on the bottom is return. I don't know how you're supposed to put that in there. I don't know if this is going to work, but I put a copper wire inside of it to make it stiff. Heated up this end. I'm going to put a little lubrication on it. Maybe it'll go in there. There must be a tool or a trick to do it, but gotta be some way to get that in there. It's gonna be the same problem with this one. Alright, I got them both in there. It was a little bit of a struggle to get them in there. I got this filter piece put on the end, so that just goes in there. Keep it on the bottom. This one wasn't too bad. It did go in there. It was closer to the right size, but I still had a hard time reaching in to get it to pull it through. So when I took the screwdriver and shoved it down in there and made the opening a little bit bigger, and then it went right in there. But I had the copper pipe inside to keep it to go in straight. I probably messed around 20 minutes getting these stupid things in here. Now I'm going to put it back together and we'll see if we can get it going. Without drilling these holes, I'll find something to plug them up with. Take this cover off and make it a little easier to get to that primer. And then I need another piece. To this one. Now let me get this in there. Give it a shot. I got the chainsaw running, just doesn't idle very good. I tried cutting one to the blade, ain't no good. Get it running, but it won't idle very good. There's a screw you can adjust that with, but it takes a special kind of tool, a really small socket to get in there. I don't have one that adjusts that. I don't think I'm gonna hang on to that one. I really don't need a chainsaw that's gonna be hard to keep going in the field. Probably try to get rid of it for a cheap price, give somebody else a project to work on. Thanks for following along. We'll see you in the next video.